Coming up next, we're going to be rescuing an 1867 Clayton and Shuttleworth steam engine. This portable steam engine, we believe, has been buried under the dirt for over 100 years. So we're going to dig it up so it can be preserved. Well guys, this is what today's video is all about. This here is an 1800s steam engine. So this is an old single cylinder portable. It's been hiding down here for what I believe is over 100 years. She's been sitting here buried and slowly disappearing. So today's the big day, we're finally getting her out. So I've been doing a lot of chainsawing, we've got the big digger here, and we're finally going to be getting her out. And yeah, saving her and preserving her for the next generation. I've known about the steam engine quite a while. The week my grandfather passed away, he told me to go for a walk through the trees here and I'd find something quite cool. And sure enough, I stumbled over the old steam engine. Unfortunately, he passed away later on that week and I didn't get a chance to ask him all about it, because he would have known the history of it. This Clayton and Shuttleworth steam engine was produced in England, which means to get to New Zealand it had to travel via ocean on a journey that took anywhere up to 120 days, covering 13,000 nautical miles. Well, we've borrowed the old digger to try and clear in the space around the parts for the old steam engine and to dig down and ultimately lift it out the ground. Now, before we started doing this over the last couple of weeks, we used metal detectors and shovels to manually dig around in the dirt and make sure there was nothing of importance that could get damaged when we come in here on the day to do the big dig. And we had to do a bit of digging around to break up the root structure that's currently holding the front axle and wheel in place. The front wheels and axles have got roots growing up through them, so we're slowly working them backwards and forwards trying to break up the roots, and then we finally start to do the big lift. And hey, there she goes! The last set of roots holding it in place are finally broken, freeing up the front wheel and axles. This thing has been sitting in the ground for, who knows, maybe 100 years from what we can tell. And the roots have just entangled themselves right inside that front hub and axles and things, really making it quite difficult to get it out. But we finally got it there after working it backwards and forwards and hacking away. The axle and front wheels are finally free. Here are some photographs of portable steam engines being used around the local areas back in those wild pioneering days. The old portable steam engine played a pivotal role in taming this part of the country and building up the local economies. After recovering the boiler, it's now time to stand it back up, which is quite possibly the first time it's been upright in 100 years. So very gently does it. We're trying to, as carefully as we can, tip it back upright again. Easy does it. And there it goes. Back upright. First time in, it could be 100 years. We found the flywheel and crankshaft hundreds of metres away, hiding half buried in the tree line. So with a bit of work, we managed to get it free, and now the big moment has come to try and set it down on top of the steam engine and reunite the two parts. Easy does it. We're slowly trying to lower it down as carefully as we can and reunite the two pieces of the old engine. The railway didn't reach this part of the country until 1903, which meant that all the older steam engines like the one in this video had to be hauled over the mountain passes by teams of horses through incredibly harsh terrain. It was very hard going. Here it is, finally above ground again, reunited with all its major components after what could have been 100 years in the dirt. Just check this thing out. Well, here it is, after being buried for decades. It's finally dug up for everyone to see. Now, if this thing could talk, what a story it would tell. From being built in the UK to being hauled probably by horse teams through the passes in the mountains here in central Otago to where it now lies near Alexandra. I mean, this is incredible. And it's probably the last steam engine to be discovered in the district. Who knows, there might be another one hiding somewhere yet to be discovered and dug up. But for now, this is probably the last steam engine. Well, what an incredible piece of New Zealand history. Isn't it just amazing to see this thing out of the ground? Well, guys, really appreciate you watching it. If you want to get hold of us or have any information about the steam engine and its history, or if you'd like to know more about it, you can email us at the email address listed below and also in the descriptions. Thanks for watching.